Hi, this is Stu from StuMotion, and today I'm going to have a look at a sound design that I did recently for the Better Buses campaign animation. So let's have a look in the session and see what I've done. So when I'm coming into a sound design for a project, the most important thing to me is obviously what is the message that we're trying to convey here. What we're trying to do with this sound design is to show the comparison of the bad system and the good system. And a lot of that work has been done visually by the illustrations and the animation. So I'm just there to reinforce that with my sound design. So where are we? We're in Scotland. It's raining. We're at the bus stop. A couple of sounds. Isolation. Wind is a classic isolation. So here we are, the comparison with the beautiful, shiny, sparkly B network that they have in Manchester, where all the buses and the trains and everything, you can jump between them with one ticket, as explained in the video. Hive of activity. Glorious ticket, but the dream is gone. So we're back here in Scotland again. We don't have our good ticket, it's evaporated and gone up in, not smoke, but just disappeared, you know. So this thunder sound I actually added in on top of the rain just because there was a small gap in the dialogue, and I felt like it was a little bit empty, so I just popped that in there just to give it something sonically interesting. To be honest, I don't even know if you would hear it as a listener. It's more something you would feel.
And here we are, not knowing if a bus will even show up.
Yeah, I heard it's improved the...
And it also sort of enhances the mood of being left out in the rain, you know. It really doubles down on that. Classic pops. Popping up all over the country. Scotland again. And what we're trying to convey here is obviously the piles and piles of legislation that they have to get through to get anything done with the government. So we've used some heavy body falls, some paper sounds, some sounds of punches actually, just to convey the like and then just some Foley paper. You know, and when you bring it together, you get a big heap of paper coming down. So this section I quite like. The bus is a visual representation of a failing system, you know. These buses are not adequate for the people that live in Glasgow and they need to improve. So instead of just having, you know, a generic sound of a bus going up a hill, which would maybe work, what I've done is layered up a few different sounds just to really emphasize the fact that this bus does not work. So we've got a struggling engine. This one is... it's the kind of rattling sounds of that you normally hear on a bus, but it's obviously a bumpy ride. And then here we have the classic car backfiring, which may or may not be the case for this bus, but you know, it's like an old Hollywood sound effect. But it conveys the message instantly. This bus is failing, it's wrecked. Then we've got a few collision sounds for metal, which is for when the mirror drops off. Pitched a little bit differently so that it's not just the same repeating sound. And then this one is actually I think what helps sell it, the jankiness of it quite a bit, is that the this is actually like bed springs, squeaking bed springs. And then we've got just a little bit of falling debris from underneath the wheels that would be getting scraped down. I mean, probably barely perceptible with the sound and the voiceover and the music as well, but it's in there and you can sort of feel it underneath. And when you bring them all together, it really sells this broken down bus. So this section here is about the panel of experts that will make a decision if this initiative goes through or not. And we want to convey the fact that maybe they're skeptical and they won't be on our side. So that's done through adding these vocalizations. Which then gets, you know, fulfilled by the you're not getting through sound effects. Much to the dismay of this character. I quite like these transitional sounds of going from the bus into the box as like an actual stretching and squeezing. Now this section is obviously the contrast of what we have versus what we could have, which is an advanced connected system that works well. And I've tried to convey that with the sound design by having, you know, the powering up sound, the digital data sound that you can hear, and then everything's like connecting, bing, 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 and working well together because it's an advanced transport system that's linked, and that's what we're hoping to get. Ba-ting. So this section here is obviously the Glasgow that we're aspiring to, where everything works well and the transport systems are all linked and running happily. So to convey that, we've got the bus driving off, we've got the sounds of the train in the background, the shipping, and then also when these little sparkles come up to be like, this is the glossy version of the future, we put in a little chime sound just to enforce that, reinforce that. Beautiful.